welcome back to Dirt to Daytona as we enter the final race of our inaugural season here in the Featherweight Modified Series. We are in Season 4 overall, and this race is super important to us. We upgraded the engine in the last episode after coming up just short with a 12th place finish. We have one top 10 finish on the season. We need a second one to appease to our sponsors, and this is our last opportunity to get that top 10 finish. So I'm going to get out there, do a bunch of practice, and we will see you at qualifying. All right, well, we were doing 21s the whole time we were practicing, so hopefully we can do the same thing here in qualifying. And here we go, qualifying lap. Let's, hopefully not. Yeah, we screwed it up already. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we screw it up? We don't want to start in our best possible position. That would make too much sense. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, perfect. Last place, qualifying, you said. That's how we like to do it. Unbelievable. It's not last, but it was terrible. That was a terrible lap. I don't know what it is with me when it... In practice, I mean, I put out probably 10, 12 laps in a row where I was in 21s. And then I go on the apron and smack a wall. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's going to put us in 11th. Let the drama continue. Drama.
Hello and welcome to a piece of racing history, the Martinsville Speedway in South Central Virginia. Martinsville was opened before NASCAR was even founded. It's one of the sport's original tracks. This paperclip-shaped half-mile has grown from a dusty pioneer to a beautiful racing facility with personality and unique challenges every time.
Personality. Well, here we are, starting on the inside of row 6 again. Common theme, but this time because we messed up, not because we did the best we could. First few laps, I'm not even going to talk because we... Why didn't I... Okay. Because we have cold tires, and I need to pay attention to that. Cold tires, cold tires, cold tires. Bad, 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 bad. Oh, that's terrible. Well, good. Guess what? We may have just wrecked our whole race. Oh, yeah, my car is jacked now. I mean, I touch... all right. Well, I mean, the goal is to get to Sullivan or Rivas. I don't know. Both cars we should have been able to pass, but now we have actual engine damage. And we need to be able to have acceleration off the corners. They're not driving away, but we certainly aren't doing anything special for the car here. That was a decent one. That was a decent hold. How do we get around two cars that are blocking the entire track? Rivas makes the inside cut, takes the position. Now Sullivan wants to think about blocking us, but he doesn't, and we're gonna hit the brakes too hard, slam into the wall. That's gonna do some damage to the front left tire, who is now vibrating. We've also got radiator damage, and we are in 10th place though, folks. We are actually in 10th place. 45 laps to go, and we have to keep this car together. We've only run a handful of laps so far, and we have already toasted our radiator, basically our whole suspension. This isn't good. Alright. We're gonna have to be nasty, I guess. Whatever I can do to stay in front of Sullivan or get a couple spaces up so I can do this. See here, get around Rob. Go, 9th place now, that's not bad. If he's gonna run poorly, I'll take that every day. I just have to, like, as soon as I get to the corner, really touch the gas to straighten the car out some or gain some of that grip back.
That was a great lap.
Yeah, we're running pretty well now, which is really funny considering the damage we have to the car. If I recall, damage could just gradually get worse in that front left tire without me even hitting anything else, so that's a concern. I see it vibrating. I don't know if you can see that on screen, but I do. It's bouncing up and down a little bit. We can get in front of Revis. You know, again, just another cushion. Wow, what did you do there, Revis? Well, it's gonna cost him as we get to the inside. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Can we hang on to this a little bit and drive away? And Revis is behind us now, and now we're in 8th place with a damaged car. I'm actually very impressed with the car. At this point, does that mean that we're going to continue to drive away? I don't know, but I do feel pretty good about what we just did there. And yeah, I don't know. Looks like we are driving away a bit. Can we gain on Soros, who it looks like we actually are kind of gaining on? How is that even happening? We're gaining on Soros and Justice. Are they into lap traffic already? Is that what's causing this? Because that would definitely... Whoa, we've got smoke in front of us. I was going to say, because that would definitely affect this entire thing for them. 50-lap race. And we are in... We are only 11 laps in. Oof. I think both of these cars are lap cars. This isn't a great situation. We want to get around them as soon as possible. See if I can get him on the inside here. And we will. These are all lap cars. Kind of obviously a very short track here, so that's going to definitely change the scope of how we're able to approach cars, get around cars. Cornering seems to be going all right. We haven't had any real degradation of our tires since those first few laps that we screwed up. We just have to definitely do our best to stay off those aprons. And I don't really know a lot of the driver names here, but it looks like whoever Jimmy, I think that is, Jimmy FX sponsorship is really just living on the inside, so we're gonna have to somehow figure out how to... Whoa, well, I guess we'll do that. That was less of me and more of just the car grabbing the road and me losing a little bit of control there. Could have been worse. Could have been vastly worse. So I'll take it, as we are a good distance ahead of 9th and 10th place. And kind of gaining on Soros here, who has gone into lap traffic a couple times. I could have sworn that Soros was a blue car. I guess I'm completely wrong by that, as we are... He must be that orange and black car up there. We definitely do not catch him when he's not getting caught up in lap traffic, so if he's gonna... If he will end up getting caught in lap traffic, we have a shot, but as soon as he gets around it, he'll gain on us. He'd pass us on his own, so... Here comes the next question. How long before first place catches us? Yeah, we're in the top 10 right now, but is that going to cause issues with how we're able to drive, for that matter? Well, I think Soros got a little loose there. As we were going around the lap traffic, we caught right up to him. Of course, now I can't. Yeah, I was going to say I can't just get on him. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like he's got something going on with the car, because I saw him slide a bit again. Oh, he dips in so tight into that corner. I can't. Yeah, he's going really slow around these corners now. But I don't have the power once we get off the corner to get around him. So I can definitely catch him in the corner. Well, not that time, but I was catching him in the corner, and then he was just driving away from us on the straight. See what I can do here. Yeah, see, we caught right back up to him again when I dipped down right on the line. Now we got another lap car to go, and I'm gonna catch him. See how much the drag race goes, or how much faster he is with us. It's kind of an equalizer track in the Oof. In the effect that there's not enough of a straightaway for him to pull so far away from us before we go around a full turn 1 and 2, and we are better than him in the turns, so it's actually pretty cool if I can get around the lap traffic without getting in the wall. Oh, that's not good. I don't know. We'll check it real quick. We're still okay. It's still green at least. Last thing I want to do is slam on the brakes like I do and then turn while I still have my foot on the brake. That's how I'm doing this, is I go straight, I slam on the brakes to bring it down real quick, and then I let off the brakes, feather the throttle if I have to keep the back end straight, and then I'm able to gas it. So Soros and I could be battling the rest of the race. I mess up once, he'll be way in front of us, but as long as I keep doing the corners like I'm doing right now, even with a car that's pretty junked out, we're still putting up 21-second laps. That's the joy of Martinsville. It's definitely not a track where you have to have the cleanest vehicle on it to do well. And I am very happy about that because obviously the best position we can get for this race, or the better the position we can get for this race, the better off we are, not only with our race-ending money on a $50,000 purse race, $50,000 purse race, but also for our sponsorship goal, which as of right now, we are securely in the top 10, about to get that sponsorship bonus of $10,000, which puts us into next year, potentially already competing for top 5 finishes. Maybe if we can consistently finish in the top 5, we could even be looking at a championship run. I don't know, but I'm just saying it's possible. We had a decent season here, mainly finishing just outside of the top 10. And if we can play our cards right, walk away with a decent purse here, walk away with that $10,000. We're not going to be upgrading anything in the beginning of the next season, but we've already got a car that can get us so, tightly into this top 10. I feel pretty good going into the next season thinking, hey, we have a shot at starting the season strong, getting a lot of money early on, and then turning around with some new sponsors as well, and then turning around and hopefully turning those into big upgrades early on in the season so that we're able to compete for a championship and get into the truck series, which I thoroughly enjoy. I wish that they had, I don't know, in 2004, if it was the Busch series or what it was called back then, I can't remember. But, oh, we got a car going down pit road? I've never seen that with the modifieds. That's very interesting. Anyway, here we are, heavily into lap traffic, but we're doing all right, as I say, and I run into Seaman. Worse than that, though, that's the leader behind us. So I'm not sure, well, if he gets caught up in lap traffic or whatever, we just had a super clean pass right there. And I just have to remember when I'm doing what I'm doing, not to turn out of, fear. You keep your composure when I hit my brakes, because it's usually around situations like this that I turn. Not like that, that was fine. When I turn as I'm hitting my brakes, I wasn't hitting my brakes when I turned there. I just wasn't going fast enough because of this lap traffic. Oh, that sucks. We're okay. We're okay. Front end is really jacked up. We actually have some wear in the tires, which is kind of funny. I mean, it makes all the sense in the world, but you just don't see a lot of that in, you don't see a lot of that when you're running these cars because they're such big tires. I don't know. I need to get around this green car, but I don't know if I can do it on the outside. I don't have a ton of power. Eventually, we're going to get to the point where we're at lap cars that are pretty much equal to us. And here comes another lead lap car. And of course, Soros is going to catch us during this whole thing because we're caught behind this lap traffic. I mean, we can't get around him. Look at this. I mean, that's, oh crap. I do know who that is, and I can't remember his name now. Joel something. But if I can't get around this dang green car, and Soros can't because he's got more straightaway speed, that's going to really screw our race. Oh, not really our race, but it's just I want that position. I want to stay up here. We are losing even time to Sullivan being behind this green car. I'm 2 seconds from punting him. He kind of left the door open here. Yeah, I've got it. Well, I've got it close enough to keep on the inside of him going into the next corner at least. Of course, now we have another Sarah's Laugh Factory car in front of us, which, you know, in a previous race, this car in front of us right now helped us out. Even though they were a lapper, they blocked one of the other cars that we were trying to keep behind us. In the end, we didn't maintain the position on them, but I definitely am going to do my best not to ruin what they're doing, because for all we know, they're just logging laps and trying to walk away with a clean car. So we get the clean pass there, and we've put some decent space between us and Soros again, as he got caught behind the lap traffic, and that's awesome for us. He's still having a hard time getting around that green car that we were having a hard time getting around, and actually Sullivan is gaining on him, but oh, maybe not. Looks like Sullivan maybe stuck in some lap traffic now as well, as Sullivan was at about 6.5 and then quickly drops about a second. So tell you who's not upset about seeing that relative at all is this guy right here in the 397 car, sitting strong in 7th place with just 10 laps left in the race. You know, in the truck series, and I think even in the Cup series, Martinsville is one of my most challenging tracks, because in these cars they're more stable. It starts to go sideways, I feather the gas, the back end with these wide tires just straightens right back out, gets you your grip back. It's not so much the same with those other Cup Series and Truck Series cars. Vehicles, obviously, it's a truck and a car, but you get my point. They're not the same, and recovery isn't as easy, so being able to do this right here feels good, but I also know that when we do get to those future series, that it's going to be more of a challenge for sure. Looks like we've kind of secured 7th place, and the best way for me to do that is to shut up and let you enjoy the sounds of the race as we finish out our first season in the Featherlite Modified Series. We'll see you at the end of the race, folks, and we'll talk about it briefly afterward.
Last lap.
And here we go, folks. Last lap of the race. As long as we don't run into something horribly, we will pull away from Soros here. And we will take 7th place, our best finish all season. And what a way to end the season with our best finish, as we are going to cross the finish line again. 7th place in the race, meeting our sponsorship goals, and walking away with what I should only assume will be a pretty nice purse at the end of this one. Your top 5 from the race: Jeff Ondich, Francis Lee, William Anderson, and David Canepa. Oh, number 5 is John Bundy. There we are, just 2 places out of the top 5. Excellent, again, finish to the end of the season. And we walk away with $10,000 after that race. So we're going to get $10,000 there. We're going to get, I think, $10,000 from winning the Dirt Championship, and another $10,000 for meeting our sponsorship goal here in the Featherlite Modified Series. Although William Anderson finished up the most recent modified season with a series championship, most fans wanted to know what, well, Tony Savoy was going to do to improve next season. I've been talking to and negotiating with many potential sponsors. It's all about the money, so we can put better parts in the car so that we are the reason why we aren't winning, not the equipment we have. With that positioning, we jump 2 spots and finish in 12th place in the season standings. Not bad, considering a lot of our races were finishing right there in that 12th position. And as I like to do in the same episode, I do like to just jump right into the postseason so that we're able to start the new season with the next episode after this. Let's see where we ended up overall. All right. Modified Featherlite Series. As you're aware, we finished 12th position, 10 points ahead of Oakenfold and Revis. It was a hard-fought season. I felt like it was a very successful season with what we had for equipment. Klipsch. Though we appreciate you being part of Klipsch team, due to budget constraints, we have decided not to renew our contract. We will no longer sponsor your car. Best of luck to you in the coming season. Ouch. Barbecue Supply.
Oh, look at that. More money than Klipsch anyway. Suck it, loser.
We've got nice work in the Featherlite League last season. When we saw you driving on your limited budget last year, the word that came to our minds was potential. With a real team, thank you, sir, and some real money, we think the sky's the limit for you. We'll back you to the tune of $25,000 if you can finish the season in 7th or better. We're going for that one, by the way, but we'll see whatever everyone else says. Congratulations on your truly mediocre season. Go screw yourself. We're not even reading the rest of it. This is our first season. You don't say that. Jackwagon. Barbecue Supply is on the car. We'll do a paint scheme for that before we even start the next episode. Let's move on from here. And here we go in the NASCAR Weekly Racing Series, better known as the Dirt Series. We had 6 wins in the season. We won the championship by over 150 points. And that is going to give us all these stupid offers that we're not going to take, because we'll stay with the offer we have on the car, which gives us $10,000 every year. All right, that is going to end our season. We have $31,000 in the bank. Not really enough to make any big splashes going into week 1, so we're going to run our races. On the next episode, we'll run our Featherlite race, then I'll run the dirt race prior to the following episode, and maybe in that following episode, we'll have enough money to put another nice upgrade on the car. But folks, that is going to do it for this episode. I do want to take a moment out to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and until next time, take care.